we're coming up on local elections for a lot of places across the country, right? This is when you elect your small town mayors and your village boards and your school boards and your township boards and your county boards and your junior college boards and your library boards and all kinds of things like that that are local to you. These are the elections that you really need to be paying attention to, probably even more so than your federal elections, in that most of the people that are on the federal level at some point in time begin their political career on a local board. At some point in time, they begin on a school board, on a village board, on a county board, on a trustee board, on a library board, on a park district board, somewhere. They begin their path to higher office at the local level. In addition to that, it's these local boards that tend to spend the most amount of your dollars, right? Your tax dollars, for the most part, go to your local things. Your property tax dollars, right? They go to your school systems and your junior colleges and your park districts and your libraries and your townships and whatnot and what have you. So these are the people that are going to spend the most amount of your money on a day in and day out basis, and they're going to have a direct impact on your day to day life on a local level, and you need to be watching who's getting into these positions because, as I said, many of these people have an aspiration for higher office, and this is just the beginning of that path. And you're going to ask questions about people. You're going to ask questions about motives, about finances, about who's backing who, what this person has said, what that person has said, so forth and so on. You're going to have questions about your candidates. If you find yourself catching flack from locals for asking questions, it's time to question those locals. It's time to ask yourself, what are those locals invested in when it comes to this particular candidate or this particular person? What is their vested interest that they're attacking you for asking questions, right? It's the people on the local level that are going to get the most worked up about anything. And apparently, in today's day and age, you're not allowed to ask questions. You're not allowed to be a critical thinker. You're not allowed to say, hey, something smells fishy here. Where's this guy getting all of this money? Or, hey, why is this guy supporting this project instead of this project? What's the disconnect when this project seems like it's going to cause more long-term harm to his community than this project? Then you get the people coming out of the woodwork saying you're trying to attack him, you're trying to smear his name, you're trying to bring him down. If anybody tells you that you're trying to smear a candidate's name, tear a candidate down, or besmirch in some way, shape, or form a candidate because you asked questions about their positions, you need to ask what those people have a vested interest in. I've been experiencing it for 20 years here in town. When I questioned our old mayor, Joe Cook, I had people from other towns that don't even live here send me private messages saying, don't you ever run for public office in your town. We'll fucking destroy you. Wasn't planning on it, but man, I sure got the heckles up on you, didn't I? Right? And it's been going on for 20 years through various election cycles and elected positions here in town, and it's no different this year. I've got people coming after me because I dared question a guy from the next town over whose policies could have an impact on not just his town, but the area. The whole fucking region could be impacted by it, but I'm not allowed to ask questions, right? I'm the asshole for asking questions. Don't ever let your local folks tell you that you can't ask questions. Don't ever let your local neighbors and fellow citizens in your small town or community tell you that you're the bad guy for asking questions. You keep asking those questions and shine a spotlight on the fact that people have a problem with you asking questions. In other words, don't ever back down from these fucks.